kundi upang sagutin ang isang tanong na napakahalaga sa kinabukasan ng ating republika. May saysay pa ba ang pananagutan sa ating bansa? Sapagkat ang kasong ito ay higit at lampas sa sino mang opisyal. Higit at lampas sa anumang partido. Higit at lampas sa alinmang administrasyon. Your Honors, the framers of the Constitution understood that there may come a day when extraordinary power would be entrusted to extraordinary office. They also understood that there may come a day when trust would be broken. And that is why they gave the House of Representatives the power to impeach and the Senate the duty to judge, not to punish political opponents, not to settle political scores, but to protect the republic itself. That is why the Constitution declares public office is a public trust. Ang kapangyarihan ay hindi pag-aari ng sino mang opisyal. Hiram lamang ito sa taong bayan. At ito ang dahilan
Z. Duterte and or Manasseh R. Carpio, whether individually, jointly with each other, jointly with any other person, or through any authorized representative, nominee, attorney-in-fact, or signatory for the period January 1, 2007 to December 31, 2025, including but not limited to, number 1, records identifying account numbers, account types, know your customer documents such as but not limited to customer information forms and signature cards. Number 2, monthly bank statements, average daily balances per calendar year, year-end balances from January 1, 2007 to December 31, 2025. Number 3, all account and transaction records, ledgers and journals and similar instruments from January 1, 2007 to December 31, 2025. And number 4, all other relevant bank documents. Request for subpoena juris tecum to the Anti-Money Laundering Council, to Honorable Eli M. Remolona Jr., Chairman, AMLC, to Attorney Ronel U. Benaventura, Executive Director, AMLC, requiring him or her or his or her authorized representative to submit to the clerk of the impeachment court on or before 24 June 2026 at 9 a.m. original or certified true copies of the following. Number 1, all reports of covert transactions and suspicious transactions filed by banks and all other financial institutions and covert persons required to submit covert transaction reports and suspicious transaction reports to the AMLC involving Sara Duterte Carpio and or Manasseh R. Carpio covering the period of 2006 to 2025. Number 2, any and all investigation reports or related reports or documents prepared by the AMLC involving the reported covert transactions or suspicious transactions. And number 3, electronic copies including Microsoft Excel files, database extracts, or machine-readable formats of AMLC, CTRs, and STRs for the period 2007 to 2025 involving Sara Duterte Carpio and or Manasseh R. Carpio. Respectfully submitted, Quezon City for Pasay City, June 18, 2026.
Your Honor, may I comment?
If Your Honor, please, before the defense makes a comment, just to obviate the proceedings and to facilitate the hearing today, if I may.
The
First,
chair has not recognized anyone yet.
may I be recognized, Your Honor?
Yes, the counsel for prosecutor.
If Your Honor, please, the subpoena request that was just read by the clerk of court pertains to a request that the prosecution filed in early June, which had where we had requested that the documents specified be brought to the Honorable Court on June 24. Since that date has passed and no subpoena has been issued, we had refiled just this afternoon a subpoena reiterating the same requests. And in the interest of justice and to allow the defense to comment or if they want object to the request that we filed this afternoon, perhaps if I may suggest, if Your Honor, please, that we provide the copy to the defense, give them a period of time to submit their opposition or objection, and as well the same period of time to the prosecution to reply before the Honorable Court rules on this
Counsel,
request.
is the motion for subpoena duces tecum and/or ad testificandum that you filed today exactly the same as what you filed before?
No, Your Honor. It contains the same documents that we had requested earlier, but there were some additional documents that were also mentioned in the request we filed this afternoon.
So you asked for additional documents and
Yes, Your
information.
Honor.
What does counsel for respondent say?
Your Honor, before I give my comment on the request for subpoena, I thank the good counsel for offering to provide us a copy of the request for subpoena, but we would also ask that we be provided with the June 2026 copies of the request for subpoena as well as the new one that the counsel mentioned today. But just for the record, it would seem to me that the request for subpoena covers documents involving years from 2006 up to 2025. And again, just for the record, this would seem to violate the Duterte versus HOR ruling, which very clearly states that the impeachment must be only for those acts or omissions within the impeachable years and terms and office of the official. But nonetheless, Your Honor, just so we're able to fully ventilate whatever objections or comments that we may have on this request, and considering that for today and in the disclosure made by the prosecution, they will begin with Article 4, and all these documents seem to pertain to Article 2, then we will ask for 10 days to file our comment on this request for subpoena, Your Honor. From today, Your
Chair
Honor.
hereby directs that all motions for the issuance of subpoena ad testificandum, subpoena duces tecum filed by either parties be furnished to opposing party and/or counsel before filing it before this court in order to provide full disclosure and fairness. But instead of 5 days, counsel, chair is giving both parties 5 days to submit their respective memoranda and/or position insofar as it is concerned. We will afford the parties time to argue their position before the court so that the senator judges can hear your position in addition to your extended written memoranda insofar as this crucial issue of issuance of a subpoena duces tecum ad testificandum on certain bank records and AMLC records, which the chair will schedule, giving ample notice to the parties in due time. Is that okay with both sides?
Just for clarity,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Yes, counsel for
May
respondent.
I ask that the period, if the period for the parties to submit or the respondent to submit its comment, her comment on the request for subpoena would be 5 days from today, Your Honor?
From today, but you can submit it on Monday since it lands on a Saturday.
Second, Your Honor, the presiding officer mentioned that we also must submit a memorandum or position paper on this, Your Honor.
If you so desire, or you simply can argue it in open court,
Okay,
but
Your
you may want to submit an extended written memorandum on the matter for the easy reading of the senator judges pertaining to this issue.
Last, Your Honor, will the court also schedule an oral argument on the respective positions of the parties?
Yes, chair will do that.
Thank you, Your Honor. And this would not be on Monday, Your Honor.
No, that will not be on Monday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If Your Honor,
Counsel
please.
for prosecutor?
Yes. May I be allowed to make a counter manifestation, just a brief one with respect to the statement of the defense counsel regarding the application of the case of Duterte versus House of Representatives.
The gentleman may proceed briefly.
Your Honor, the decision and the resolution of the Supreme Court in that case did not say that any preterm evidence is inadmissible. There is no statement like that at all in the entire decision and the resolution. What the Supreme Court said, and I quote, was very simple. The basis of any charge must be for impeachable acts or omissions committed in relation to their office and during the current term of the impeachable officer. All of the articles in this particular case pertain to impeachable acts committed by the Vice President during her term as an impeachable officer, including unexplained wealth. If I may just be allowed 1 minute, Your Honor, to explain that. The
1 minute.
unexplained wealth, Your Honor, that is amassed prior to the term of a vice president is relevant and material to her being an impeachable officer because wealth of the magnitude of millions or billions ay meron pa rin pong pakinabang po yan ang vice president kahit hanggang ngayon. It's very clear that when a local government official, for example, who later becomes a national official, amasses hundreds of millions, if not billions of pesos, then that benefit continues today. Second, if Your Honor, please, integrity, hindi po pwedeng biyakin po yan na kesa dati ay hindi po ganon at ngayon may integridad. It's very clear that integrity is a continuing requirement of fitness for office. Thank you, Your Honor.
Duly noted and entered into the records.
May I
As a-
respond? Just very briefly, Your Honor. I won't
Council
take
correspondent,
much time of the impeachment
as
court.
a rejoinder to the statements and manifestation of Representative Jokno, briefly.
Thank you, Your
Madam,
Honor.
You may proceed.
I think the good counsel has already stated precisely the reason for our position. We maintain our belief that the Duterte versus HOR ruling precludes any of these trawling incursion, again, on private records of so many individuals and so many entities when nothing in the articles of impeachment point to any specific allegations as to the relevancy of all these documents, Your Honor. But nonetheless, we will include all our position and as well as our objections on the request made today with respect to these documents. And what it would seem to the defense would be another 2.0 version of a fishing expedition. May I also, Your Honor, just to clarify also the period given to us to comment on the request for subpoena, may we ask that the 5-day period run from our receipt of the copies of the documents, Your Honor.
We will make sure that the council correspondent will get that today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The comments of both councils of the parties are duly noted and entered into the records. Chair would like to apologize to Senator Cayetano, who has been waiting for quite some time. Thank you for your patience and indulgence. Senator
Thank you.
Cayetano is recognized. What is
Thank
your
you,
pleasure, sir?
Presiding Senator Judge. Since we already stated as a court that we will take literally Section 3, subparagraph 6 of Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, that no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of all members of the Senate. May I ask